Hello, my name is Tristan Donald. I am a senior. Well, I am a senior. I am a summer intern with the Portland Pickles baseball team. I bet you're wondering, what does that mean? What is what my responsibilities and what do I usually do? So most days, my main responsibilities include coming into the park and helping with stadium setup, which is already a ton of different tasks. But for example, I walk in and let's say we have 4 or 5 activation tents that need to be set up in the left field berm, which basically is just an area within the stadium. So basically, it is my job to make sure that we put 4 tents that are 10 by 10 sized in the left field berm with a table and at least 2 chairs. If a vendor requests more than a table and 2 chairs, they will have told either me or our game day liaison Amelia Bishop. So, but yeah, my responsibilities are basically cleaning up trash, picking up anything from leftover from the night before, and making sure that other interns are helping with other tasks around the park. Basically, we're a team. The intern team and I, we're a team. It takes all of us to really get this place looking spick and span and up to par. So let's say I'm out dealing with activations, and another intern will be cleaning the bleachers, and another intern will be cleaning out a suite. So basically, I'm just making sure everything gets done, and then once we get through walkthrough. Basically, is just making sure everything that we said we were going to do gets done. If there's more things to do, we'll make a list during the stadium walkthrough. And once walkthrough ends, we get to the top of the party deck and we go over game day roles and we get that list done. And let's say my role for the last few games, I've been a promotional intern. So I bet you're wondering, what does promotional mean? Basically, I'm in charge in making sure that we have participants for our on-field promotions. This includes our main ones, which are pickle swing, dizzy bat, and the Dave's Hot Chicken Race. But sometimes we do, depending on the promotion, we do one or two more on top of it. So the other night for Heated Rivalry, we had a slap shot contest, and then last night for Wiener Night, we had a dog parade. So we need to make sure those get facilitated and are ran properly. And it really depends. For normal WCL pickles, it's 25 seconds for parades. It's like pretty quick promotions, but for All Stars, since we don't have to worry about the league, like the West Coast League, then we have a little bit more time, but it's usually like a minute to like a minute 25 seconds for All Stars. And basically, my job is to make sure we have participants, make sure they signed our liability waiver, ensure that they understand what they are competing in. And then once we get to the point in the game, let's say we have a promotion top third, pickle swing, then I need to make sure that we have all the equipment, which is the belts with the string on them for pickle swing, or for dizzy bat, it's our bats and the rally gators to ensure that if they do somehow fall or if they start tumbling, that they don't run into the fence or the baseline. And then making sure that we have a chicken costume for our Dave's Hot Chicken Racer. And basically, once the chicken race is over, we still have one more promotion after that, which is Launch a Ball. Launch a Ball is the one promotion that needs a lot of people. So usually there's like 2 other promotional people there. The person who is in charge of Launch a Ball is also there. And basically, Launch a Ball is there's 3 hula hoops on the left field side. Fans line up behind the picnic table area in the left field, and as the name says, they launch those balls. And they can win pretty cool prizes from that, one of which is a free round of golf. I would have to say that all my practicum hours and my internship seminar class helped me really develop these skills that I have. Most of my practicums come from like coaching or marketing where you have to be a self leader, you have to be a self starter where ideas are great, ideas are always wanted, and sport management our practicum, like I feel like practicums are very important. They I remember when I first started, I'm like, why do I have to do a practicum? Like this makes no sense. This feels like an extra class on top of all the coursework that I already need. But all the practicum experience really helps out not only me, but it's going to help out future students because through my practicums, I learned how to be a leader. I've grown into a very self-starter person. Like I'm not afraid to tell people who are even in higher positions within the organization, like, hey, like this sounds like a great idea. And then they'll go and talk about it and they might run with it, they might not. But I always tell people my ideas because I want them to understand that I care. And I want you to know that I want future students to know that it's okay to fail. Failing is very much part of the process. It's okay. But don't be upset when you do, because failing, like I said, is part of the process. And, in my practicum experience, I failed a lot. I failed a lot as a coach. I failed, sorry, I failed a lot as a student. There were points in my practicum experience that I felt like I was not up to par. And I think learning these skills through like learning how to work with other people, learning how to communicate with other people that are also doing the same thing you are is definitely something that is very helpful. I would say some of my strengths are that I'm a very committed leader. And one second, I need to blow my nose. I'm a very committed leader, and that, sometimes leadership is not something that leadership I've learned is something you really gain. Like you can't just say, "Oh, I'm a leader," and this is what I like. What I say goes. No, like leadership really is something you earn through the work you have with other people, and also just constantly working towards a goal. But no, I think my leadership and my willingness to serve the mission of the organization, like my teamwork and my collaboration skills have definitely been something that has helped me succeed in this role. And my preparedness, I'm very my time management skills have always been pretty good. So yeah, I feel like I know I've said it before, but I feel like I wish I was more confident as a leader before coming in, because when I came in, I was like, okay, like I've never worked in sports before, so this is something new to me. I've worked in sports, but I've never worked in like an actual like semi-pro collegiate level organization like the Pickles. So I think that it would have been nice to, one, understand that working in sport in this type of environment is very stressful, and sometimes you really have to push people to do their work, and also you have to take care of yourself as well. I think that there are times where it's long days, long hours. Sometimes you don't get more than a 10-second break, and you can't really fault yourself for that. I think I've really wanted to develop my ability to, like I said, like being a leader, but not just being a leader, like leadership, but also collaborating with others that are like most of my coworkers are 19 or 20 years old. Like they're not, they're not like older like I am. They're not almost 22 years old. So you have to learn who you're working with, but also understand like their needs and wants as well. I think practicum experience throughout the sport management program is very helpful, but they can't be like easy stuff. A lot of people take the easy route for practicum, and like I said, I think that they have to be experiences like everything doesn't have to be different, but I want people to understand like you can develop more skills through these practicum experiences before you get out into a sporting event. Like I've never ran on-field promotions before I started my time with the Pickles, and I do a really good job at it. And I wouldn't have known that if I didn't do it here. And I feel like if I learned how to do it beforehand, that would have been very beneficial. Um, I think honestly, like working with a team could be very helpful. Like not just saying like a sports team in general, but like working with like a marketing team or a promotional team or a like something that like you're in a team setting that you have to work with other people is very beneficial because despite what your title is, you're always going to be working with someone that's not within your specific niche of sport. Like with the Pickles, our general manager works with our operations guy. Our operations guy works with the food and beverage side. The food and beverage also work with the ticketing side to go work with groups, and the ticketing side also works with the social media side to promote the other. Everything connects. So working in a team is very beneficial, I would say. And like I said, if I could redo my experiences in practicum, I would work in an actual like team setting. That's not just the sports team itself, but also working with other niche and different like let's say for example, my marketing officership with the WC wrestling team. Like I only worked with people that understood what I was doing on the marketing side. I didn't work with like the treasurer handles money. Marketing also handles with the money. I wanted to learn how to work with other departments that's not the same as mine. Yeah, like I said, students could definitely like I know there's a lot of students that are like, this is what I want to do, this is what I want. I don't want to do anything else. I know what I want to do, and this is it. And I thought I was going to be a social media guy. And I quickly found out that I mean, I'm good at it. I'm happy about it. I'm not disappointed, but I'm better at promotions. I'm better at promoting. I'm better at working with live, like in-person people. I'm better at fan engagement. I'm very good with that. Like promoting and fan engagement are things that I really enjoy, and I hope I get to work in that field someday. But like like I'm telling you, you think you want to do one thing, and you quickly find out you're not good at it, or like you're not as good as you thought you were. And I think you can learn that through your experiences with, sorry, with your practicums, with your practicums. Um, like my boss says, just getting experience in leadership and also team collaboration. Like, let's say I want to say working within the WSU like marketing or working with big organization that there's different departments and you need to communicate with your promotional guy about a certain promotion and that you want to put on social media, but you can't talk to that guy without, going to their office, because you have to work with different types of niches in sports and you different categories in order to run promotions and operations well. So I think maybe working with WSU football or WSU marketing, WSU social media, WSU just something in the sport realm at WSU or even outside of that, like NIL, that's really popping off lately. So I think working in within your niche would also experience like other niches would be very beneficial. Um, I would for future interns, my biggest advice is let's say you are applying for internships and you can only find like don't be picky with your internships. Like obviously if you can get paid, that'd be great, but this pickles internship has been something that I will never forget. And it's something that they can't pay me in dollar amounts, but they've paid me in so much experience within the last couple weeks. And and I can't thank lucky enough for that. Don't be picky when it comes to internships. Don't be so selective because you never know where the opportunity lies. And I feel like if you find opportunity, you should take it anywhere you can get it. Just be in the moment. My mindset is to have fun, and that's what my goal is to have fun while also doing work. Like I don't think you should do something you don't enjoy on a daily basis. Like if you're going to work and you hate your job, find a different job, man. Like find a different internship because I enjoy my time. There are ups and downs, but for the most part, I enjoy my time with the Portland Pickles, and I have so much fun doing doing these things, and I'm learning so many different things because I'm open. I'm happy. I enjoy the moment. I'm always willing to learn, and you just have to always be open to feedback and change. But if you don't enjoy what you're doing, I don't get that mindset. I wish someone told me that honestly, before starting this internship, I really hope someone would have told me that we would be working like 11 games in 10 days. No, I'm joking. I really wish someone told me that even though it's not paid, you're still gonna get so much out of it if you really push for it, if you really want it, then you will get so much out of it if you just push yourself to a higher standard, but also if you go out of your way to ask questions to your higher ups, they are more than willing to help you. So that is my interview. I really want to thank you guys for your time. Future interns, if you want to reach out to me for any advice, like I said, my name is Tristan Donald. My email is tristan.donald@wsu.edu. And I'll be back in Pullman in the fall. So any future interns or any future students in 394 through like the internship seminar classes, please reach out to me. I was a WSU sport management student just like you were, and I promise you it's not as bad as they make it out to be. But thank you for your time and go Cougs.